There are plenty of people that are following a dairy-free or vegan ketogenic diet, and coconut cream, well, it makes the perfect alternative for all recipes that call for heavy cream. In this video, we're going to go over ways that you can use coconut cream, how you can make it yourself, and the perfect coconut whip for a dairy-free ketogenic diet. But who am I anyway? Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Talita from Shrinking with Keto, and throughout my ketogenic journey, I have lost over 190 pounds and reversed my type 2 diabetes. Now, throughout this journey, I have helped and coached plenty of people reach their goal, and I hope to do the same for you. Let's start off by defining what coconut cream is anyway. There's a lot of confusion between coconut cream and coconut milk. Well, basically, they're the same thing, only they're processed differently. You see, coconut milk and coconut cream both are the flesh of the coconut and water. In coconut milk, there's more water and less of the flesh, and it's also lower in fats, whereas coconut cream is lower in water and higher in fats and coconut flesh. The difference in consistency can be very well compared to that of milk and heavy cream. Since coconut cream is such a fantastic source of high fats with very low carbohydrates, and plus it has all of the benefits of the coconut, let's see some ways where we can use it. On the savory side, probably one of the most traditional uses of coconut cream is with curries. Now, if you're not vegan, you can make the perfect creamy coconut chicken curry. And if you're vegan, you can make a creamy coconut Thai green curry. Regardless the recipe, adding coconut cream to any savory recipe instead of heavy cream gives it a creamier consistency and substitutes it perfectly. Whereas if you were using coconut milk, it would water it down quite a bit. Coconut cream is a perfect addition to vegan or dairy-free keto soups, whereas you would use cheese or heavy cream to make it a little denser or a little creamier. In this case, you can use coconut cream, and you can also combine it again with curry since it pairs so perfectly. An example is one of my favorites, coconut curry pumpkin soup. Another magic way to use coconut cream is in your bulletproof coffee. You see, a lot of people that are on dairy-free or vegan keto, they seem to have a very hard time making a bulletproof coffee so that they can skip their breakfast altogether. And finally, one of my favorite ways to use coconut cream is to make the perfect coconut whipped cream. But we're going to go into how to making the perfect coconut whipped cream a little later in this video. First, let's see how we can make coconut at home by ourselves should we not choose to buy the canned. But before we get into it, let me interrupt you for a second. If this is the first time you're seeing this pretty face, let's make sure it's not the last. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell icon so that YouTube can let you know every single time I make a new video for you. And please feel free to ask me anything you want down in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer every single one of your questions. Now, let's go and see how you can make coconut cream at home by yourself. I want to skip the more traditional way of making it because it's very fussy and it takes a long time. But quickly recapping it, usually you will drain the water from the coconut, take the flesh, put it in a blender, add the water from the coconut, turn it into a milk, drain out the pieces, leave that on the side, wait for the fat to separate. Anyway, long story short, it takes too long. So I found from a food blogger a hack on how to make your coconut cream directly and use it immediately. Let's see how that's done. The first thing you're going to need is a juicer, a simple juicer. What you want to do is you want to take your coconut and using a simple hammer that you might have at home, crack it open and reserve the water if you want it for your smoothies, but we're not really going to need it for this recipe. So once you have drained your coconut, then you want to clean out the flesh. Make sure you get rid of the brown bits around the flesh so you can keep the white fluffy color to it. Then all you have to do is pass the flesh of the coconut through the juicer, and guess what's going to come out on the other side? Your perfect coconut cream ready to use. Now, if you want to make the whipped cream though, remember, you're going to have to refrigerate that so it can get nice and cold. That being said, let's move over to how to make the perfect coconut cream whipped cream. There's two ways you can have coconut cream. One is by buying canned coconut cream, and two is by making it yourself. Now, if you're not such a big fan of making the coconut cream by yourself, coconut cream in a can is perfect for you to use and it's ready. But I would really like you to get high quality, high fat coconut cream. So I have provided you in the description below with some links to the coconut cream that I choose. The first thing you want to do is make sure you refrigerate your coconut cream from the night before because it needs to be nice, cold, and stiff. But please do not just throw it in the freezer, as that is going to break its consistency completely and we will not be able to make our coconut whipped cream. Now, during the warmer months of the year, if you're making this recipe, make sure you're chilling the bowl that you're going to be whipping it in for about 15 minutes in the freezer before you start. So the first thing you want to do is add the coconut cream to the chilled bowl, the cold coconut cream, and start whipping it up. This is not heavy cream, so I want you whipping it for at least 4 minutes until you see some soft peaks starting to form. If it is chunky and if it is breaking apart, you can use some of the coconut water that was in the can, not more than 2 tablespoons, so you can smooth it out and keep whipping it. Once you have soft, fluffy peaks, then you can add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and that's absolutely optional. And you want to make sure you're sifting in the powdered sweetener of your choice, again, as sweet as you want it. Keep whipping it with the powdered sweetener and the vanilla until you get your perfect coconut whipping cream. If you have gotten any value out of this video, I will kindly ask you to press the thumbs up button, as this helps YouTube take this content and push it out to more people that need it, just like you. So there you have it, the ways you can make coconut cream at home, coconut whipped cream, where you can use it for a perfect vegan or dairy ketogenic lifestyle. And as always, chin up, or you know by now, the crown slips.